culture keeps on differing. Everyone has their own views and ideas. For example, in India, like in certain countries, maybe the strict Muslim countries, we would say that looking at a girl, staring at a girl also is immodesty. That's what the Quran says. In India, no problem, you can look, as long as when you wish also you say from far away. You don't shake hands.
That's right.
So your shaking hand will be modest. You go to many Western countries, shaking hand is not immodest. Some Western countries, the girl, the men and the boys, they kiss. It's not immodest. Some of the Western countries, you can do what you like. You can do what you want with the opposite sex as long as it is with permission.
Yes.
That's not immodest. So the society keeps on changing. Where do you put a limit that what is immodest, what is not? So therefore, as far as the Quran is concerned, that Quran says in Surah Rum chapter 30 verse 21, we have put love and mercy between the hearts of the opposite sex. So what we have to realize, it should be channelized in the right way, in the legal form. You cannot say that if she is not your wife, you want to, dance with her and spend the night with her and say, fine, this is freedom. What? So I believe in the teaching of the Quran that there should not be free intermingling of sexes of the opposite sex. But if you say that fine, but natural, if you go to a doctor and if a lady doesn't find a lady doctor, she goes to a male doctor, no problem at all. Perfectly she can go. Because that's a requirement. But just fooling around, intermingling at places, higgling, haggling, going for dating, sitting in the last row.
So, we got that. All right, we got that. All right, we got that. I don't want to say anything on that. All right, one final question. And this is not really the final question, this is the second last question. What does the word Quran mean? What does it mean?
Quran comes from the word Qara. It means to read.
To read.
It means a book which is meant to read.
Doesn't it mean there's one particular interpretation which also says the reading of the man who knew not how to read? Isn't that right?
No, Quran means to read, Qara, that's
right.
it. And it's also derived from Furqan, one of the attributes. Furqan means the criteria to judge right from wrong. So right. Quran is also considered as a criteria to judge right from wrong.
All right. And isn't there also a direction to all Muslims that they must educate themselves and acquire as much knowledge as possible?
The first guidance given in the Quran to all the human beings, including Muslim, was not to pray, was not to go for pilgrimage, was not to fast, it was to read. And that's what I quoted. Iqra, right. Chapter 96 verse Iqra, right. Read, and then says read in the name of the Lord who created the human being from something which clings. So the first guidance was to read.
Why don't Indian Muslims and even non-Muslims follow that? Why don't we do that?
I have to say
why do we hate acquiring knowledge? Why do we do that? Because it requires a lot of hard work?
I agree with you that there are a large percentage of Muslims who don't pay importance to education. In fact, our beloved Prophet Muhammad said, it is obligatory for every Muslim man or woman to acquire knowledge. It's compulsory.
Right.
So unfortunately, and there are certain Muslims who feel reading English is wrong. Why? See, if you are getting education, there is no problem whichever language it is, because the Quran says that all languages are beautiful. Allah made human beings in different colors so that you recognize each other. Allah has made, Almighty God has made different languages so that you speak. So what we realize that unfortunately it is the culture which has crept in, it is not the religion. So religion says read, but the culture creeps in. So there are many cultural things which mixes and people think it's part of religion. For example, you said burqa. Burqa is not part. The word
that's
is not
right.
there.
It's not. The word is not there at all.
That's right.
In the Holy Book.
So it is more of a culture. But as far as the Prophet, as far as Almighty God, education is very important, and every Muslim, whether man or woman, he or she should be educated. It's compulsory.
Right, and that really brings to an end this interview with Dr. Zakir Naik. And let me tell you this: as far as the number of SMSs, your SMSs are concerned, the server has crashed. I'm so sorry. The server has crashed. I mean, there's nothing that I can do about it. There are too many of them coming in from all over the place. So we should be able to tell you that. I'm sure there must be around 40,000 by now, because we had about 36, 37 odd thousand the last time I checked. So there must be around 40,000, and all of them coming in your favor. So that's great. That's really and truly great. So you've already won the battle even before you've gone to court.
No, my main court is in the next life, but hopefully we will see what the verdict is given by the UK High Court.
Right. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for coming over here, Dr. Naik.
It's a pleasure.
And great pleasure having you with us. And always, talk with you is most interesting, very educative and very enlightening. Thank you so much. Great pleasure. One of these days we must have a proper debate. And that'll be
Thanks a lot.
That'll be really and truly nice.
Thank you.
Right. Time for us to go as well. Time for us to go as well. But you keep watching 11 TV and keep sending in those SMSs or those emails. Type it RKB, type out your name, type out the name of the city you're watching us in, and send in your SMSs on 588-8877. Y for yes or N for no. यानी आप RKB टाइप करें, अपना नाम टाइप करें, अपने शहर का नाम टाइप करें जहाँ पर आप हमें देख रहे हैं. और अगर आप डॉक्टर नायक को सपोर्ट करते हैं, उनका समर्थन करते हैं, तो वाई लिखें फॉर अ यस. अगर आप और भी कोई कमेंट देना चाहते हैं तो जरूर प्लीज फील फ्री टू डू दैट. एंड ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन type N for a no in case you don't support him. The problem is I'm not getting any messages at all who don't support Dr. Naik, and that's something which is new for this show. Usually we get a balance of both. And of course you can email us on rkb@lemon.tv.in in case you're watching us abroad, and you will be able to see the entire show on therkbshow.com. That's www.therkbshow.com. And Dr. Naik's own channel is called Peace TV, which is PEACE, Peace TV. Which satellite is it on, sir? On which satellite?
Intelsat 10.
Intelsat 10. It's on Intelsat 10. That's Peace TV, and you can of course watch him every day on Peace TV. Right? Thank you so much once again, and God bless you and all the very best to you.
Thanks a lot.